Today we'll look at the 525 Huntington Avenue Student Apartments project. This new facility has a 13,670 square foot footprint with an additional landscaped plaza of about 2,350 square feet. The building is 7 stories tall, apartment style, and houses 305 beds and 72 units. That breaks down to 51 4-bed apartments, 25 bed apartments, and 1 resident director apartment. The design emphasizes gathering spaces and transparency at street level to reactivate Huntington Avenue and Louis Prang Street. Here's a look at the project team. Wentworth was the owner, with Kevin Smith as clerk of the works. Beacon Architectural Associates were the architects. CDM Smith handled landscape design. McPhail Associates was the geotechnical consultant. AHA Consulting Engineers advised on lead, and Niche Engineering covered civil engineering. Bond Construction Management was the CM for the project. This shows how many specialized roles are needed to bring a complex student housing project together. The 525 Huntington Avenue project is a 7-story student housing facility with a 13,670 square foot footprint and a 2,250 square foot landscaped entry plaza. The ground floor includes apartments, offices, common areas, bike storage, and service spaces. Designed to attract upper-level students, the project enhances campus life and encourages juniors and seniors to remain in on-campus housing rather than moving off campus. This image shows a 3D Revit model of the building. Revit is a building information modeling, or BIM, software. It allows the design team to coordinate architecture, structure, and MEP systems in a single model. We won't go deep into software here, but note how Revit supports visualization and clash detection early in the design process. This model lets us preview exterior finishes, proportions, and window arrangements before construction even begins. Now let's look at the bond schedule. Notice the format. A time-scaled bar chart. The bars represent activities with duration, while diamonds represent milestones, events. The work is subdivided into major categories. At level 2 of the work breakdown structure, for example, site work, foundations, structure, envelope, MEP systems, interiors, and so on. Look at the summary bars, which group sets of activities, and the key milestones like foundation complete, structural steel topped off, and building weather tight. You will need to look at some critical milestones on this project: foundations complete, structural steel erected, building weather tight, final completion. These milestones are important markers because they represent contractual deadlines and sequencing triggers for subsequent trades. A copy of this schedule is on Brightspace. Use the PDF on Brightspace for this homework assignment. Here's the geotechnical portion. McPhail Associates was the geotech consultant. The boring plan uses target symbols to mark the borehole locations, each labeled like M4. The boring logs record soil strata, blow counts, and water table depth. Looking at boring M4, we see several layers of soil. The strongest layer encountered was outwash, which is where the bulbs of the pressure-injected footings, or PIFs, were constructed. Contamination was also found, hydrocarbons such as gas and oil, because the site had previously been a gas station. The PID readings in parts per million give us a measure of contamination concentration. The higher the number, the greater the contamination. Be sure to use the PDF on Brightspace for your homework assignment.